So I had some big projects that I originally wanted to do for the month of November. I wanted to do the show Fairly Odder as a late Halloween present, but we're gonna wait for its 1-year anniversary now, since the review is gonna be over an hour long and it needs the proper effort put into it if I want it done correctly. There was also The Bad Guys, but the same issue occurred as I want to put effort into this amazing movie. What is lazy that I could do fast without care? Yo, do. "12-Ounce Mouse." There are episodes of cartoons that are lazy. There are even entire cartoons that are lazy and with no budget. And then there's this. 12-Ounce Mouse is an adult cartoon that aired on Adult Swim back in 2005 and ended in 2006. It lasted for 2 seasons, but it came back after a 14-year hiatus to have a 3rd season. And I watched every single episode. And now, we begin. I think. For this Ryanimation review, instead of giving my overall thoughts right away, I thought that I would give you them on how I felt when I first watched each episode. It starts with a mouse crashing into a building with a plane and goes into a building that offers jobs. It's a whale shark thing that offers jobs. I know it's a shark, but the drawing makes him look like a whale.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
Yes, you can actually help me. Here's my question that I need help with. Why the fuck is the animation so lazy? I just started this Ryanimation review, and I'm already complaining about the animation. Okay, so this show is going to challenge me to one of my principles. And that, of course, is the writing is the most important factor. And for the record, this is something that I stand by. But usually things that challenge me to this have better animation. But there are definitely products out there that do have bad animation, but they make the writing work. Like South Park. It's a really good show. It has funny characters and clever writing. But you'll notice that the animation in South Park is shit. But this has never bothered me because of the clever characters. See, for me, characters are the most important thing in existence. If your characters suck, everything else sucks. Your animation won't save your animation, ironically enough. Though there are times where you need good animation in order to make the animation good. I mean, you can make art, but it doesn't make you a good person. When I make my videos, I actually don't spend most of my time on the editing. It's the writing that I find the most important. Because you need good characters, story, and writing to be recognizable. Weathering with You has the best animation that I've ever seen, but I hate the film because it has 2 awful protagonists with a messed up convoluted story that makes me hate the characters even more. That is a future Ryanimation review for next year, so hold your comments and you'll find out in the future why it is bad. And the inverse is also true for the record, as I mentioned South Park earlier. But I guess we need to see how the 12-Ounce Mouse handles its characters.
Have a seat. I will, because that's something I can do.
Okay, so your protagonist is a smartass. I've seen this with Peter Griffin, and Eric Cartman, and Lincoln Loud, and Maggie Pesky, and...
Do something.
Is that towards the mouse, or the audience, or the writers of the show, or...
Do something. Do something.
Wow, so much nothing happened that the tab that I played this on stopped the sound. That's when a project is supposed to be done. Almost every single video and every single animation that I have ever seen has continued sound. This one went without sound for over 5 seconds. That is certainly an accomplishment.
I did.
You're what? You did what? Is this supposed to be sarcasm? See, I keep picking on the first episode because this is what you're supposed to introduce me to. For most shows, your pilot episode is your only real chance. And when there are thousands of different cartoons that I could be watching, it makes me not care for the show. And I'm not joking. Over a quarter of 10,000 cartoons aired in America. Fuck it. Instead of me telling my audience what better things that you could do instead of watching 12-Ounce Mouse, I'll have my friends tell my audience what better things that you could do instead of watching 12-Ounce Mouse.
Watching pen dry.
The animated survival kit.
With all that in mind, it makes this show boring. Okay, so for those that don't know, 12-Ounce Mouse is about a mouse named Fitzgerald, who I will call Fitz or just Mouse throughout this review. He loves beer. I've seen drunks before and I hate it. I don't like alcohol. He also loves sex. Giggity. Okay, what of this show is different from any other non-anime adult cartoon from this millennium? The answer is nothing. Well, the actual difference is the animation quality. At least things like The Simpsons and Family Guy are appealing, even if they aren't the best animation quality in the world.
Are you drunk? Not drunk enough.
Huh, maybe this is telling the audience that you have to be drunk or high in order to get this show.
Okay, I'm hired.
He said it! He said it!
Drive him to Cheese Industries. You don't even know where that is. That's why we picked you, because everybody else knows.
Hey Lois, this reminds me of the time that I drove Dashi to her job. Driving to random locations is fun!
You were supposed to be taking me to my job hours ago?
Oh, I actually don't know where that is.
What? If you didn't know, then why are you driving me?
Oh, don't you see, Dashi? Everyone else would know where to go. The best reason why you picked me is because I don't know.
That is literally the worst reason ever for you to pick me up and you to have a job.
Mommy, I'm scared.
Ugh, why didn't you tell me?
I wanted us to fail. Obviously, I didn't know. Everything is fine, Anna. Hee hee.
I need therapy right now, and you're gonna pay for it.
Seriously though, if you don't tell the person where to go, they will get lost. That's life.
You should take off your shirt.
What?
Just lie down in the bed.
He doesn't have a shirt.
That's the fucking point!
Is that gonna be the whole point of this show? To do something stupid and me point out the obvious? Oh, I get it. You make the audience the straight man. Never make your audience the straight man. It means that you think that your own audience are morons!
Morons! Whoa!
Skillet, come on, let's go. We'll be right back.
Wait, guys. Hang on.
I see that this show is gonna have our main characters pull wherever they want out of their asses. Even for a comedy show, that loses tension. If a character can do whatever the plot demands, what fun is there? Oddly enough, limiting yourself makes a show better.
Hey, Rhoda. Let me get, 12 beers.
Is that why the mouse is called 12-ounce mouse? No, that doesn't even deserve that joke drum.
Meows. Meows.
Yep, I'm 100% correct.
Oh, come on, baby.
Manpower go.
Yeah, don't be that way.
Okay, so people can change their gender at will. I again reminded of another show that I need to get to do a garbage essay on.
Is that your sister?
It's me, actually.
You are a girl?
I'm transgender.
Is that your stolen jet outside with all those bags of money?
Oh, I get what this show is. This show is Rick and Morty a decade before Rick and Morty. The only difference is that this is not funny.
Now give me my fucking enchilada.
You know that doing improv doesn't automatically make you good, right?
No, I'm just drunk.
What?
I'm just...
Oh my god!
It's cool, everybody.
Is that intentional for the woman's voice to come out of the mouth? Or is that an animation error? Knowing this show, it could go any direction.
I think I'll give you one more chance.
This is why I never will feel bad about my work ever. If people say that my editing is bad, or that my animation skills are bad, or that my reviews are bad, I'll just show them 12-ounce mouse and say, no, my editing is good. My animation skills are good. My reviews are good.
I live on an island in Iowa.
But isn't Iowa in the middle of the country? And for some reason, this show has some sort of continuity. You know how any good show ever usually has a balance to their writing? Actually, no. It's not so much that they have a balance to their writing, it's that they have communication to their audience. Your show can go in any direction like SpongeBob, have semi-continuity like Friendship is Magic, or every episode has to be in order like Avatar. But if you don't tell your audience what is going on, they will not like it. Bad beginnings are a peeve of mine. Sometimes the show actually does get better. Sometimes the show stays the same quality of bad throughout. And it's not just animation that does this. Live action shows that have bad starts that end up later being good. Video games as well. You could have something like Doki Doki Literature Club start off cheesy and then actually get good. But because patience is low for most people will rather see the Friday Night Funkin' mods of Doki Doki Literature Club because it does this good stuff and ignores the bad. Probably the worst beginning out there for me is Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. It's my favorite Zelda game, but it would be my favorite video game of all time if it wasn't for the awful beginning. Super Mario Galaxy is my current favorite video game for the record. In Wind Waker, you play as Link and have to save your sister who was captured by a giant bird, thinking it was a pirate princess. You have to join the pirates to save your sister. But then they launch you into this terrible place called the Forsaken Fortress, and you do this tedious stealth mission. The worst part about it is that you don't have your sword. So if any moblin finds you, you're sent to a dungeon that backtracks you a lot. And even when you do have the map, it's hard to navigate. Not helping are the annoying imps in a couple of the rooms. And the rats, of course, ruin things. It's also very easy to be caught by a moblin. Sometimes they can see you even when you're in a barrel. Moblins are very easy to defeat with a sword for the record, so it's infuriating that you have to dodge in like this. The worst room is the one right before you can go outside with the two moblins. It is very easy to get caught and then backtrack again. And if you didn't do the lights section earlier, where you solve the lights, you then have to do it all over again, that stupid room, because there's still a couple rooms left even though you're outside. If you're new to this, it could take you hours to beat this. You'd think with how hard the beginning is, the rest of the game would be like that, right? Nope. With the exception of some areas like Puppet Ganon, the game is very easy. So I don't get why they start you off with this very tedious, annoying, and hard opening. Funny story, I remember a year prior to this game, Zelda made a collection of 5 of their classic games, while at the same time they made a 20-minute demo on this game, specifically 3 different areas. That's a whole hour of gameplay, and I will always pick the dungeon and never the fortress, because the first dungeon is where the game gets good. Even though the first dungeon is the best dungeon, I still have fun with the rest of the game. At least with the stealth mission in Ocarina of Time, it is near the end of the game. This year is at the beginning of the game. It makes it feel like the game is harder than it already is. And guess what? You're still doing this exact same shit in the Wii U remake. So with all that said, let's see if the future episodes of 12 Ounce Mouse are any better.
So how do you know Shark?
Shark? No, I.
Yes, this show you apparently have to watch in order. Funny story, the creator of this show, when he made the first episode, just made it for fun. But at episode 2, he was all like, maybe we should actually make an ongoing plot. And then the end of the show ended up being different than he imagined. I don't normally do straightforward reviews, but because this show doesn't really care, and can't get me to talk about in a retrospective review, I have to do it straightforward. Straightforward is like a Wikipedia review. When you talk about the events in episode order, instead of the order that you choose. Pretty much every single Ryanimation review that I have done so far was a retrospective review. So this is the first time that I talk about it in just the order of events. Okay, ignoring the fact that everyone is high working on this, the dialogue I could at least figure out what was going on. So why are you trying to make that somehow worse? Am I supposed to be doing weed now?
I've come to care about you. A lot.
Really? Because I don't. The bartender has letters inside him for some reason. Like there's some kind of tattoo. Guess some sort of cryptic message. I don't get it. You're gonna hear me saying this a lot about the show. I bet.
Excuse me, sir. You can't park that tank here. Excuse me. You can't park that tank here.
Do you want to know why I don't do distorted voices, even as a joke? It's because it hurts my ears, and I have a hearing problem. Sometimes I can't be precise by putting an OC in with the right facial expression at the right time. I was deaf for the first 3 years of my life. I'm not even trying to make that a joke. I was deaf. Okay, I wasn't entirely deaf, but my mom had to take me to a doctor to get me fixed at the age of 3. I didn't even say my first word until after I was 6. This worked so well that I had a hearing problem for the next decade. As in, now everything is too loud. Radios weren't allowed to be turned on in the car because of me. And now I listen to music at max volume at the age of 26 because I guess it's fixed now.
Did you get my money?
I don't understand anything you're saying.
Heh, understatement of the century.
You should come to bed.
I see that the guys who animate this show in MS Paint finally discovered the fill tool paint bucket. They made Fitz again, but this time with a pink color for a female. That's totally a new character design right there.
My head, my brain, my beer.
Is Fitz supposed to be a self-aware fourth wall breaking genius like Easy Freakazoid if you remove the funny?
That ticking is coming from that clock.
You already did this exact joke in episode 1. Except there you somehow didn't point out the obvious.
I grow big old fat corn dogs.
Is this supposed to make you want to eat corn dogs? I don't get it. Please stop repeating the same joke from previous episodes. You are lazy if you do that.
Common cure for things that aspirin cures leads to rabies.
I will give the show this. That is something I never heard of before.
No. Little guy's camera phobic.
Is this a test animation? Is this like a deleted scene? Or like the storyboard on how it goes? I've seen good ones like To Where and Back Again. I wonder if 12-ounce Mouse has like a big mouth where the storyboards look better than the actual animation.
Stop. Where's everyone going?
Oh, that is spectacular acting. You should win an Emmy for that, because the Emmys are more or less the Razzies in disguise.
I don't have to tell you who I am. You don't ask me who I am. You don't know me. You don't need to know who I am. You don't know who I am. You don't ask me who I am.
You know, I'll give Karens this. At least their awful rants are sometimes fun to listen to. This woman is boring and sucks all the fun out of animation.
It's just a fake. I mean, it's made of metal, for crying out loud. It's a joke.
What are you wanting me to say about this?
I miss the old days and the purple haze.
That tooth legit looks like the YouTube demonetization symbol.
Can I get you something, partner?
I'm sorry, it sounded like you said partner.
He did. Maybe the show is meant to be a descent into madness, where you know it sucks from the start, but you just want to keep watching to see if it gets worse, or if it could make you laugh at all. To be fair, I did laugh, but in the ironic sense.
In Canada. Or farther.
I'm starting to miss looking at the Loud House, because that was at least interesting to look at. Help me, Jack. I'm spiraling. Yeah. Thanks, Jackson. Hey, spiraling. Over. Huh, I didn't know the Matrix included baby crying. Even in this show, the baby crying is awful. It's hard to get it right because infants crying is literally the worst sound in the world.
I bet he could probably hit a mite from 1,000 yards out in high wind.
Heh, this show is actually kind of fun. Wait, did I actually say that? Holy shit, this is actually legit good. Not even ironic, I'll shower you with coconut cream pie good. Like a good sounding song. This is the first time that the minimalism, or laziness if you prefer, actually works for me. Took only 10 episodes for it to work. This one has my favorite title, Star Wars Episode 7. Let's see if it's better than the actual Episode 7. Though to be fair, the actual Episode 7 of Star Wars was the only good episode of the Disney trilogy.
He's my homie dog. Got a sense for radar and Quasnid.
Damn, this show is finally getting clever shit going. I guess the whole "it gets better" cliche mantra is true after all.
Grab every gun.
A corn dog spaceship actually sounds like a fun idea. Sounds like something that modern SpongeBob would do. Speaking of SpongeBob, that sounds like the background music to the show. Or also Camp Lazlo and Ren and Stimpy. I still have no idea why this episode is called Star Wars Episode 7. I mean, maybe it's trying to be a Star Wars parody but failing. And even if it was that, I should at least tell a Star Wars reference by now. This came out a decade before the actual Episode 7. Hell, this came out the same year as Episode 3 of all things.
12 seconds later.
Okay. I did some research, and I found out that this episode is actually part of Season 2, and it came out in 2006. And Rectangular Businessman spends 5 minutes of the episode looking at harmonicas. SpongeBob's waiting where he waited at a mailbox had more of a plot.
Yes, I'm okay.
Oh, for a sec,
With that all said, still better than episodes 8 and 9 in Star Wars. But not better than the actual episode 7. Oh man, 12 ounce, come on, you're killing me here. If you call this episode 8 or 9, I would have given you a pass, man. We're 12 episodes into 12-ounce mouse. It must be fun making money off this. You know, that joke would have been funny if Skillet Punching that actually did keep the fuel on full.
Hand me that towel.
Why? You're becoming black now. The bad black shark. Remember?
This is Ryan, people. Is this supposed to be racist? Like a racist joke?
This is my hat on my head. I'm gonna dress your ass in the morning. Shut the freak up.
Do you guys ever notice that Peanut's gun kind of looks like a giant cigarette?
I just want to thank the whole crowd for coming to see me. Coming to see me. Because your eyeballs.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Is that one woman or two?
You little piece of
Ship. Get it? Ship.
Hey, that's a funny swear censor transition. Or it would be if this wasn't an adult cartoon.
And when he said, "Can I give you a hand?" he really meant, "Can I give you a hand?" This hand.
You know, if I want puns with limited animation, I could just be watching ASDF. I mean, I know that came out 2 years after this, so I guess this was the best that we got at the time. But still.
Someone sounds mad back there.
Wow, he now has an arm and a gun. This is actually legit the only good episode of the show. At least so far. Like I'm going in order, folks. Like an actual 10 out of 10 amazing. Not a negative 10 out of 10 irony. Like something I could give an S tier. Because it has really good music. I love this rock stuff.
Do you have any idea what you sound like? Blah, 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 blah. That's what you sound like in my head.
He does sound stupid.
Eat the flower.
Behold, the original DreamWorks Moon Man! I love the ending 35.
Are they episodic or is it just one long?
What's that supposed to mean, episodic?
Episodic is better in general. You'll be more popular if you do that, though there are times where it's better to be continuity driven, and sometimes it's best to be a balance of continuity and episodic.
Look at this. Beer.
Seriously, am I the only one that loves the music here unironically?
Lock.
It.
Lock.
It.
Lock.
It.
Lock.
It.
Lock.
It.
This reminds me of the Get Motivated scene from Azumanga Daioh.
Get motivated! Get motivated! Get motivated! Get motivated!
I'm a what?
Reminds me of that demon that Max Gibaldi made in his My Little Pony series. That demon thing that some like to say is T-Rex.
Then let's kill him back.
Epic dialogue right there. This honestly does feel like a legit Adult Swim bumper. It's kind of cute. Oh my god. I laughed way harder than I should have at that joke.
You've been funny for a while is all.
Bro, did you catch my comedy act?
No. Was it good?
It was as funny as Marlon's stand-up act.
There's a mollusk, see, and he walks up to a seat. Well, he doesn't walk up, he swims up. Well, actually, the mollusk isn't moving.
There's a skull cat there. Cool. Oh god, I'm old. I still remember using these.
I give that a 1. No story.
What everyone watching only episode 1 says.
I built it with my own.
Your own what? You don't have any own.
Isn't it great to critique one's art?
Give me everyone.
What do you mean by everyone?
Everyone!
Huh, I guess they can reference movies.
Bring me everyone.
What do you mean everyone?
Everyone!
I just noticed that there are bonus scenes. Heck, one episode has Fitz giving the code of something out. Hey, don't blame me for not noticing post-credit scenes. It took me until this year to learn that Kung Fu Panda has one. This is how you take lazy animation and make it cool. Dude, you know you can take the hat off, right? Oh wait, if you took the hat off, he won't be a fireman anymore. This police officer won't be a fireman anymore.
Why didn't you just beam away like you always do?
Man, I forgot I could do that. I was so scared I forgot.
I buy that. When we get scared, we can't think. Have fun thinking under pressure.
We all make choices. I choose victory.
Wow, to think a deep line would come from a square with no eyes.
Dude, that's not even funny at all.
Wow, the peanut can be serious. Good.
Playing pinball. How did you know my name?
This reminds me of another cartoon that came out the same year as this episode, Ruby Gloom. But instead of a piano, Doom Kitty spoke violin.
Well, Arceus. Whatever.
That's how I feel when people can't spell my name correctly. To be fair, I feel how Fitz is. I too sometimes have a hard time mispronouncing names.
I'm really into this game a lot, and I don't need you flapping off saying things I don't comprende.
I agree with this piano spear named Arceus. Person that starts with an A. I think this one aired a decade after the show. 12 years later. Or it might have been the 2008 one, I forget. It's an internet special.
What's your name?
It's Lee.
This is an outfit that I expect my girlfriend Leslie to wear. And now we enter Season 3. This only came out 2 years ago, and already this first episode has better animation than anything from the first 2 seasons. That could be because it is now in 1080p, being a 16:9 format. Those mushrooms, man. And LucasArts helped make this. Switches.
How do you feel?
Feel, green.
It's not easy being green. That is the dumbest thing that I've ever seen. I want it. Those jet skis look like things that Mario Kart would add.
I mean, who ever heard of a building moving around to change places? Have you?
I have. It's called... Get ready for this. 12-ounce mouse. You know, I never was good at shadow puppets. Can that be done for real, or is it only cartoons that can do that?
Oh man, these things aren't working.
You're... still there?
Why would you do this?
Because I just want to get out and have some fun. Is that okay with you?
Makes sense to me.
They wanted to see if I could find a way out.
I really like the idea of a show where someone tries to remember their memories in a unique way like this. More shows should try these concepts.
Ka-chow!
I knew it! Lightning McQueen was evil the whole time! Wow! Ka-chow! Why do you think he gave bad headlight advice?
Race cars don't need headlights because the track is always lit.
Box rhymes with fox, and box almost rhymes with lost. And that's exactly the problemo.
Reminds me of Space Ghost here. And I love how evil it sounds. Damn. I feel sad for Peanut dying. He was a good nut.
Friends save friends.
Jed won't let me forget that one.
We should have blown all of them.
Remember, kids, when one tire blows, it's best to blow out the other 3 even if they were fine prior.
Your mama's so short. When she wanted to fly first class, she show up at the post office. They stick her short ass in an envelope and stamp her ass goodbye.
I love your mama jokes.
We've just used up one of our shits. Wait a minute, bleep me now. We've just used up one of our...
Nice censor tactics. This reminds me of the Cosmic Balance animation from Hot D.D. Demon.
And I don't want to hear another peep out of you for the rest of eternity. I'm already lonely.
We're going through the portal to the doorway. We're going through the portal to the doorway.
I stand by this. The music is the best part of the show. Not one bad song at all.
Where is my box?
Anyone getting reminded of Alex Rochon when he was...
Hey, everybody, it's me! Spamton! G. Spamton!
I'm about to go in my B pants.
I just realized that's Dana Snyder. He plays a lot of characters. Hey guys. Hey guys. I'm a clock. But do you know what time it is? It's the final episode. I kind of like how it's just a random interview episode. Like the whole lore stuff that you see in other cartoons. Nope, this one's just a casual party. Like, not a dance party, just a casual party. And just some kid just goes around asking questions for like his school. That's an interesting way to make a series finale. And this is definitely the confirmed final episode.
So do you have any like special skills?
I dance.
That was cool.
That was cool.
Holy shit. I said that right before him on my first watch through of this.
I am done, bro. I am overdone, man. I'm burnt.
Golden Joe sounds exactly like Donkey. That's all I hear from him.
Kind of like a heavy question or whatever, but like, when you die, what do you want to be remembered for?
A trans woman who made animation reviews and had a lot of good friends.